Hey traders, just going to give you a bit of a roundup and a bit of an overview on the gold chart. This is the spot gold. It's a London gold chart, and we're looking. This is a daily candlestick chart, and what I'm looking at on my platform right now is I just want to give you a bit of overview of what the market's doing right now. We can clearly see the market is turning. It looks like it's turning a lot more bullish than what we've seen in the last couple of months. The last couple of months we've seen some nice down movements through here, but look at this nice stair stepping over the last sort of 2 months, 2.5 months. Nice little run up to the high side there. So what is the daily? What is this chart doing right now? Let me first change it over to the open, high, low, and close bar chart, and let me squeeze this chart up, because I find that if we squeeze the chart up, we can get a much better, clearer view on what this market's doing. And the first thing we can see happening through here is this. The market looks like it's trying to run to this all-time highs at 1,000 level, at the 1,000 mark. That's what's happening right now. Now, that's happening through there, and we can clearly see we're having a very, very nice little up run through here. Okay, very nice little run to the high side. We had a nice little stair stepping here. We actually ran up to the highs and got rejected, which made a double top on the bigger picture. And then we had a run down, and then we started to slowly stair step up. Now, if we slowly stair step up here, one thing we can notice here, we can see that at this level through here, around about the 965 level on the spot gold, we can clearly see there's a bit of resistance, and that's where it's sort of hovering around right now, sort of struggling to get through. Now, I don't know what's going to happen, but I do say if we start to break above that 960 level, 970 level, then I do say that it does look like it's going to go challenge the highs. Looks like it's going to race right up to the highs, and then if there's enough momentum behind it, we'll likely break through and make all-time new highs. Now, I'm not saying it's going to make that, but just based on the charts, if we do start to break above here, it looks like it's got a lot of momentum behind it this time, and we'll see what happens from there. So this is a bit of overview on what the gold is doing. Let me just do something. Let me just clean my chart off here, and I'm going to bring up a weekly chart here. Okay, so this is a simple weekly chart analysis. And one thing I wanted to show you is this. We can clearly see back here from the 1,000 mark, which we showed you before, and down here we had a nice resistance which became major support here during mid last year. Now, that's a key point. You bring up a lot of charts and you'll see that charts are resistance points, major resistance points, which have been resistance 2, 3, 4, 5, even up to a decade ago, can be major support and major resistance where we are right now. And so right now we can see this market's basically going sideways. Now, it's not going sideways yet, but for the last sort of mid-07 to where we are right now, getting close to the end of May 09, in this spot gold chart, you can basically see it's bouncing resistance here, bouncing support, bouncing resistance, and going down. Now, the one thing we've got to find out is look at this. This was a high, this was a lower high, followed by a more down movement. Now it's ran up, it's made a high. The question we've got to ask ourselves, is this going to be a lower high? If it's going to be a lower high, well then we expect the exact same pattern to form. Therefore, maybe sideways movement overall in the gold chart. But I do say if we start to break up with those levels I gave you, then we're likely to challenge the highs. And we can see here that as we speak, we've had a major pattern through here. We can see just on the smaller scale, we've got a left shoulder there, ran down, made a sort of a head there, made a sort of a shoulder there. Bit of a head and shoulder pattern, ran up. But if we look at the overall pattern is actually making a head and shoulder formation. Now this looks like a massive head and shoulder to me. And if it is, then we're ready for massive upside in my point of view. Look at that left shoulder there, look at that major head there, and look at that left shoulder there. That's a major inverted head and shoulder pattern on the spot gold chart. Now we're looking at a weekly chart here. So if we do indeed start to break this major trend line down through here, which basically starts to break above the 1,000 mark, then to me it's showing there's a lot more buying momentum than we've seen when we challenge these highs. Because if we see here, from this last time it actually challenged the highs, let me bring it in a bit. Last time we challenged the highs, we actually had a nice run up. This time we've had a bit of a run down, and it's much closer now, so maybe we could expect it to break through now. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but it does look like it's trying to break through there. So, but on the other scale, we might get a bit of a pullback here before we're going out. But all in all, gold is looking very, very bullish, and I would not be surprised if we see it at 1,000 mark. But again, I would expect a bit of a pullback first, and then if we don't break these lows here, and on the small little pullback that I'm expecting, then I would say that if it doesn't break those lows and comes down here somewhere and then starts to sort of find a bit of support here and then runs back up, it's going to break through there and hit the 1,000 mark. So, okay then, this is the bit of an overview on gold, and I'll see you on the next update.